a vast golden carpet stretching endlessly under the blazing African sun. Up there, slow yet determined movements began to appear. Not just footsteps, but the very heartbeat of life in motion. From afar, massive herds of animals moved toward the horizon like endless waves of survival, guided by a primal instinct that has existed for thousands of years. Every step is a vow to life, a new chapter in the epic of nature being written across the majestic Serengeti plains. But don't let that beauty fool you. Hidden deep in the shadows of low bushes and tall grass, silent, patient, and ruthless predators are waiting for the fateful moment. This is not a peaceful picture. This is the most brutal arena on the planet. A place where life and death not only go hand in hand, but also fight for every last breath. Serengeti, the sacred land where life began and where the instinct to survive is put. In the harsh woodlands of the Serengeti, a symbol of strength and resilience moves gracefully across the vast plains. That is the African elephant. The African elephant, with its massive body standing between 3 and 4 meters tall and weighing up to 6 tons, does not dominate its peers through aggression, but rather through a quiet authority. More than 5 million years of evolution have created their massive bodies and special abilities that help them adapt to their environment. Ears as wide as fans not only increase the surface area to dissipate heat under the scorching Serengeti sun, but also help regulate body temperature efficiently. A subtle survival strategy in the harsh climate. In this harsh tropical environment, African elephants travel in small, close-knit matriarchal herds, covering long distances in search of food. During the dry season, they tirelessly roam along rivers like the Serengeti or dig into the earth themselves to find hidden groundwater, creating temporary waterholes. Critical lifelines not only for themselves, but also. Can we imagine that the vitality and wise behavior of a single animal species could revive an entire vast ecosystem? The Serengeti woodlands are formed by iconic tree species such as acacia, Combretum male and Kigelia, which are essential food sources for. An adult elephant can consume up to 310 pounds of vegetation each day, a staggering amount that plays a vital role in the local ecological cycle. The seemingly never-ending habit of grazing is actually a key factor in maintaining natural balance. Elephants knock down dense bushes, open up new pathways, and create conditions for young grasses to grow, providing food for many smaller creatures. Every step, every tree that is uprooted not only changes the landscape but also brings about biodiversity and creates a safe haven for many other animals. This is a vivid demonstration of how nature always operates according to complex rules that people rarely notice. However, the world surrounding these gentle giants is becoming increasingly unpredictable. Prolonged drought and irregular rainfall caused by climate change are forcing elephants to travel farther and compete more fiercely to find sources of sustenance. Each of those journeys is a personal challenge, pushing the already fragile ecosystem to the brink. Nevertheless, African elephants still hold an irreplaceable position. They are natural engineers who play a vital role in the nutrient cycle. Even elephant dung contributes to enriching the soil, spreading seeds, and providing natural fertilizer, ensuring the continuation of life for distant forests and fields such as the Masai Mara. African elephants are not just inhabitants of this wild land. They are master architects who shape vibrant and diverse natural landscapes across every square foot of ground they traverse. The natural landscape of the Serengeti is not only brought to life by the presence of elephants, but also by the powerful presence of another formidable herbivore, the African buffalo. On the vast green prairies interspersed with acacia and korora trees, the wild buffalo stands as a symbol of strength and resilience. With their muscular, powerful bodies and crescent-shaped horns curved like natural shields. They are both warriors defending their territory and exceptional survivors in the harsh wilderness. Those horns are not just for show. They are also formidable weapons that help the buffalo fend off predators and protect the herd during fierce battles for survival. Have you ever wondered what a showdown between a wild buffalo and powerful predators like lions would be like? How can that curved horn make the difference between life and death in the natural world? And just as importantly, how do these buffalo contribute to maintaining the ecological balance of the vast Serengeti region? From what may seem like simple behaviors of African elephants and buffaloes, we can see the intricate and close relationship between animals and their habitats, a web of life that is resiliently enduring the harsh challenges of nature. That makes me deeply reflect on the role of humans in protecting these architects of nature and preserving this wilderness for future generations. Do you feel the same way as I do? In the face of formidable predators like lions, the African buffalo stands as a frontline warrior in the relentless battle for survival. Each herd of buffalo is a community where strength determines status. The dominant individuals take the lead, forming a living fortress of muscle and instinct, a collective defensive barrier that few predators dare to challenge. It is this unity that enables them to stand strong against the dangers posed by harsh natural disasters. When the sun pours its fiery heat onto the grasslands, the herd of wild buffalo quietly seeks shade beneath the towering branches of ancient trees, rising like watchtowers in a sea of grass. There they cool their massive bodies in the sweltering heat of the African summer. However, with just one instinctive signal, a persistent, drum-like rumble of hunger. The entire herd stirs to life once hundreds of muscular bodies moved in unison, merging into a mobile fortress of horns and hooves, sweeping across the grassland like an unstoppable living. Their grazing activity not only keeps their bodies healthy, but also plays an important role in shaping the surrounding landscape. An adult buffalo can consume up to 35 pounds of grass each day, and by grazing regularly, they control the growth of tall grasses and shrubs, which in turn creates favorable conditions for smaller and more diverse plant species to thrive. The steady footsteps of the buffalo also create trails through the underbrush, opening up corridors and clearings where smaller animals can forage, find shelter, or build their nests. Thus, the African buffalo is not merely a grazer, but also a guardian of the land and a conductor in maintaining the ecological balance of the Serengeti. However, their position in the food chain is two-sided. Although the strong and powerful adults rarely become prey, the young and weak individuals are the primary targets of lions, hyenas, and other predators. The life and death of the African buffalo sustain the vitality of the wild, serving as a guardian of the savanna and forming the foundation for the adversarial relationship between predator and prey, creating the heartbeat of survival in the Serengeti. When the dry season begins and water becomes increasingly scarce, herds of wild animals flock to the remaining ponds, lakes, and streams in the Serengeti savanna. These precious water sources have become the lifeblood of the land, but at the same time, they have also turned into tense and dramatic battlegrounds. This is the moment of the hunt, when predators hidden in the tall grass stalk, their prey eyes fixed intently on the gathering animals. A cracked, parched ground and the sound of heavy breathing created a stifling atmosphere of tense anticipation, like the moments before a fierce storm is about to strike. Those marshlands have turned into battlefields where every creature fights not only to survive, but also to maintain the delicate balance of the Serengeti ecosystem. In this harsh landscape, not only is strength a decisive factor, but endurance and adaptability also play an extremely important role. For predators, challenges are constant and ever-changing. In this battle for survival, one master rises above all. The spotted hyena, an animal with extraordinary hunting skills and remarkable adaptability. Have you ever wondered why spotted hyenas are able to survive and even dominate in such a harsh environment? Let's continue exploring with me to gain a deeper understanding of the strategies, social behaviors, and survival instincts of this extraordinary creature. After more than 22 million years of remarkable evolution, hyenas have honed their skills to perfection. This is a vivid testament to resilience and remarkable adaptability in the With their powerful jaws, strong social bonds, and flexible hunting strategies, hyenas play an important role in the Serengeti ecosystem. Do you think that when the dry season arrives and the rivers gradually dry up, the sight of herds of antelopes or zebras gathering around shrinking waterholes creates a wild feast for predators? Right at this moment, the spotted hyenas are the ones who simply cannot miss this precious opportunity. living in groups of up to 80 individuals. Hyenas have a social structure led by females who maintain order and strengthen the entire clan against any threat. When night falls, the advantage of the hyenas grows even stronger. Darkness becomes a powerful ally, helping them hunt tirelessly at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, racing across vast fields in search of survival opportunities. Their hunting strategy is extremely persistent and ruthless. They use the power of the group to weaken and exhaust their prey. Did you know that a hyena's bite force can reach over 6,400 pounds per square inch? Strong enough to crush even the hardest bones. Not only are hyenas skilled hunters, but they also take advantage of opportunities to be scavengers, often stealing food from lions or other top predators. One thing that commands our admiration is that hyenas do not let any part of their prey go to waste. Every part holds vital value for their survival. In this way, they help maintain the delicate ecological balance of the Serengeti, where every movement of the hyena reflects the raw and powerful harmony of nature, a testament to the fierce will of life. Imagine the Serengeti is currently home to about 3,000 lions, one of the highest lion densities in the world. The Serengeti forest is a breathtaking mosaic of vast grasslands and scattered woodlands, creating a paradise for East African lions to hunt. Nicknamed the king of the food chain, the African lion has undergone 2 million years of evolution, with a body perfectly shaped for survival and hunting across these vast wild lands. Grasslands dotted with solitary trees, growing in clusters near each other, create the region's characteristic, biodiverse natural landscape. Adult lions are formidable hunters. Males can weigh up to 500 pounds and measure between 8 to 10 feet in length, while females are smaller but more agile, weighing between 260 and 400 pounds. The thick mane of the male is not only a protective armor in battles, but also a symbol that attracts attention, demonstrating strength. Have you ever wondered why a lion's mane varies in color or size? These variations may be related to age, health, and the ability to lead the pride, an essential part of the hunting culture and social structure of lions. Exploring the lives and strategies of these two top warriors in the Serengeti ecosystem not only deepens our understanding of nature's diversity and complexity, but also inspires a profound appreciation for the wondrous life that surrounds us. Do you want to know the never-before-revealed secrets about their wild lives? Please continue to accompany me so we can explore together. The harsh environment of the Serengeti emerges like a vivid painting, where lions display their hunting prowess with sophisticated tactics every day. Each adult lion needs to consume about 10 to 15 pounds of meat. But instead of putting all their energy into long sprints, they prefer to use ambush techniques to hunt their prey. Scattered forests and vast grasslands provide the perfect setting for them to hide and wait for the right moment to strike. taking advantage of surprise and collective strength in every hunt. Short but intense chases can propel lions to speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, a pace that leaves antelopes and zebras helpless against the coordinated teamwork of the entire pride. Watching them hunt, you can see the perfect combination of skillful stealth, powerful muscles, and razor-sharp teeth, each movement precise to the very second during the chase. But this journey is not always smooth, because here, challenges are always lurking right beside. Lions also have to face fierce competition from other formidable hunters, such as spotted hyenas, which are highly skilled and bold pack predators. These individuals do not hesitate to challenge lions for a chance to win a meal. This competition is not simply a struggle for food, but also an important step in maintaining ecological balance within this vast ecosystem. Each species plays a vital role in maintaining the stability of nature. However, the existence of the Eastern African lion is now facing many threats. As the International Union for Conservation of Nature, UCAN, has classified them as a vulnerable species. The increasing pressure from human territorial expansion, along with intense conflicts with indigenous populations, is gradually threatening their survival. As an apex predator, lions play a crucial role in controlling prey populations and maintaining the health of the entire Serengeti ecosystem. If they are diminished, it would trigger a series of unpredictable changes for this vast ecosystem. The majestic and proud presence of the lion serves as a powerful reminder of the endless cycle of life in this place, along with the fierce vitality of the untamed wilderness. Amidst the boundless, limitless landscape, the roar of the lion is not just the sound of power. It is also the cry of an ecosystem silently calling for help. The existence of each individual lion symbolizes the delicate balance between nature and humans, a place where even the slightest change can shatter an ecological cycle that has lasted for thousands of years. If you're a loyal fan of this king of the grasslands, leave the number 2 below and show the world that there are still people ready to stand with nature. The journey of discovery is not over yet. Countless amazing secrets about lions are still waiting for you ahead. Please continue to accompany me every step of the way through the wild Serengeti. The vast expanse of the Serengeti forest stretches endlessly along the horizon, serving as the perfect playground for a true master of speed. With its slender, agile body, the cheetah is the true embodiment of exceptional speed and serves as a symbol of strength honed over millions of years of evolution. The tall grasses and sparse shrubs create the perfect stage for them to showcase their remarkable skills in chasing prey. Each stride of the cheetah is a remarkable blend of grace, agility and precision, turning every burst across the grasslands into a breathtaking dance choreographed by nature itself. The life of a cheetah is completely different from that of other predators. They do not have the thunderous roar of lions, nor do they gather in large prides. Instead, they usually form small groups of a few males who work together to defend their own territory. Meanwhile, the solitary mothers raise their young and teach them essential survival skills to prepare the next generations to face the harsh challenges of nature. Have you ever been curious about how cheetahs communicate? A soft chirp or a gentle call rings out across the grass, serving both as a way for the flock to communicate and as a means to maintain their bond in this fiercely competitive wild world. The subtle pauses in communication between cheetahs create a special bond, in stark contrast to the mighty roar of lions in the wild. Those quiet moments are like magic, making nature feel more mysterious than ever. When the sun rises high, the cheetah stealthily moves through the tall grass, quietly approaching its prey. In just a split second, it bursts into speed, accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. Each of its strides pounded like a drum beat, with heart and muscles working in perfect harmony, propelling the leopard forward with extraordinary strength. At its peak, a cheetah can reach 70 miles per hour, but it can only maintain that speed for a short distance of about 200 to 300 yards before it has to slow down to recover its energy. Its long tail acts as a rudder, allowing the leopard to make quick, sharp turns and pursue its prey with exceptional precision. The hunt is a race against time. The cheetah lacks the endurance to chase its prey for long, so if its burst of speed fails, it has no choice but to give up and let the prey go free. Tired and vulnerable, the cheetah stops to rest, needing to recover before challenging itself. Under the blazing sun of the Serengeti, at an elevation of about 5,000 feet above sea level, the Londo Mountains are located in a semi-arid climate zone where temperatures range from 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night to 85 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, creating a harsh yet vibrant ecosystem. Located between Serengeti National Park and the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, Londo stretches out like an endless natural landscape. That arid land is sustained by resilient grasses such as thyta and sporulus, which help for animals such as muntjacs, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles. Londo is an essential stopover on their long migration journeys. Small streams meander through the grasslands, becoming extremely valuable during the dry season when water sources in the Serengeti begin to dwindle. Here, the herd gathers to rest and recharge for the next challenging journey. Londo is not only a safe haven for wildlife, but also plays a vital role in maintaining ecological balance, serving as a buffer zone where wild animals and livestock coexist and harmonize in a delicate dance of survival. The vast grasslands of the Londo mountain range, with their sparse tree cover and ideal panoramic views, provide a perfect habitat for the Thompson's gazelle, a small but incredibly agile, and that is where they can easily spot and avoid dangers without having their view obstructed. Imagine you are watching a herd of antelopes leaping under the sunlight, each jump telling a story about the delicate balance between speed and survival. Have you ever wondered how cheetahs are able to combine such power and finesse during their hunts? And is Londo truly a hidden paradise? Without the existence of grasses, streams, and this complex symbiosis, how would that vast... It is this very close connection that creates the complete picture of the wild, where every creature contributes to the everlasting vitality of the vast Serengeti. Under the vast sky of the Serengeti grasslands, herds of antelopes, numbering from dozens to hundreds, migrate together, joining wildebeests and zebras on their journey in search of fresh, green pastures. This journey is not simply about satisfying hunger, but also an endless escape from the relentless pursuit of predators. Imagine that scene. Hundreds of small yet vibrant antelopes following one another across vast fields, their eyes constantly alert and their ears tuned to every unusual sound. The Thompson's gazelle, a characteristic species of this region, stands at a modest height of between 22 and 26 inches at the shoulder and weighs between 26 and 40 pounds. It is easily recognized by its light brown coat and the black stripes running along both sides of its body. Their large, round eyes and long ears are always alert, helping them detect signs of danger as quickly as possible. Herd life has become a survival strategy, as each individual can quickly transmit warning signals, forming a strong natural defensive barrier in the vast heart of the grasslands. They must constantly stay alert to predators like cheetahs and hyenas, which are watching from a distance almost every moment without rest. This is an enormous pressure that each individual has to endure every single day. The Londo grassland, with its short grasses and scattered shrubs, is the perfect stage for antelopes to showcase their survival tactics. Their wide field of vision allows them to detect predators from a great distance, helping them react in time and escape at an incredible speed. Their diet is simple yet perfectly suited to the harsh conditions of the dry season, consisting mainly of short grasses and some shrubs, nutritional sources that sustain life in water-scarce environments like the sea. What's fascinating is that despite such harsh conditions, each species of antelope carries its own unique story of survival, contributing to the remarkable tapestry of biodiversity found here. Especially in this area, Grant's antelopes on the Londo grasslands are also present as remarkable residents, exceptionally well adapted to a challenging life. With a height ranging from 30 to 36 inches and a weight between 100 and 165 pounds, they stand out with their light brown fur, white belly, and a sharp black stripe running along their back. They are not only remarkable in appearance, but also possess agile bodies and strong legs, making them perfectly suited to overcome the harsh challenges of environments where fresh water is a luxury and vegetation grows sparsely. They live in small groups or complex social structures, allowing them to support each other in defense and foraging, which demonstrates the power of unity in the natural world. Have you ever wondered how the speed of this antelope species helps them escape predators like lions and cheetahs so effectively? Grant can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, an astonishing figure that helps them escape attacks from even the swiftest predators. In particular, the majestic, long, curved horn is the most recognizable feature, not only used to protect its territory but also as a tool to attract mates during the breeding season. It is precisely these characteristics that make for a perfect survival weapon for antelopes, helping them maintain their position in the fiercely competitive and harsh wilderness of the Serengeti. Every step an antelope takes on the grassland is not just a life or death migration, but also a vibrant story of survival, strategy, and the remarkable intelligence of this species. Their intelligence, agility, and endurance not only help them survive, but also maintain ecological balance in a complex ecosystem, ensuring the sustainable development of species in the Serengeti region. Can you imagine how crucial a link in the Serengeti ecosystem would be lost if those herds of antelope were gone? That is precisely why protecting and studying them is such an urgent and meaningful task. It helps preserve the pristine beauty and biodiversity of our planet. The challenges posed by the wild grasslands are not just obstacles, but also valuable opportunities for the gazelle to hone its survival skills. With the vast, endless space stretching out before them, they are forced to increase their speed and develop lightning-fast maneuverability, essential skills for escaping the clutches of predators. Their flexible digestive system also allows them to switch their diet from grass to shrubs when food becomes scarce, a strategy that not only ensures their own survival, but also helps maintain the ecological balance of this land. When the migrating herds return to the grasslands, promising lush green pastures, the relentless chase begins. But as the dry season intensifies, the land becomes sparse, natural food sources are depleted, and expanding grazing areas for livestock further diminishes the available resources. Every drop of water and every blade of grass becomes incredibly precious, making the competition among predators fiercer than ever before. Here in the vast and harsh expanse of the semi-arid Lunder grasslands, the cycle of life and death unfolds quietly yet vividly, determining the fate of every living creature. Looking out to the horizon, the vast prairies blending with low shrubs create an impressive natural landscape. In this land, the East African lion Panthera leo melanoceos has mastered the art of adapting to harsh environmental conditions, not only through its hunting techniques, but also in its physiological character. Their thin coat and lighter mane help them dissipate heat efficiently under the scorching desert sun, reducing their need for water, a resource that is extremely scarce in the region. To survive, lions here have to expand their territory and move constantly in search of food, with each pride occupying a much larger area than prides in regions with heavy rainfall. Their main prey are animals adapted to arid environments, such as Thomson's gazelle Udocus thomsonii and the wild beast Concertis taurinus. The hunting behavior of lions also changes according to their biological rhythm. At night, when the temperature drops, they become more active, taking advantage of the cooler weather to hunt their main prey. During the day, they seek shade to rest and use ambush tactics, relying on the direction of the wind to mask their scent as they approach their prey, allowing them to launch deadly surprise attacks. As the dry season gradually depletes water sources, Londo lions have also developed the ability to extract moisture from their prey, a crucial advancement for survival in the arid land. This is not only a testament to the extraordinary endurance of wild animals, but it also encourages us to deeply reflect on the intricate connections between every living link within this vast ecosystem. Have you ever wondered, in the harsh world shaped by nature, how strong does the instinct to survive have to be to overcome fate? And can humans protect these precious, untouched lands from the increasingly significant impacts of the environment? The story of the lion and the antelope in Londo is a vivid reminder, urging us to embark on a journey of discovery, appreciation, and protection of life on our shared planet. By simply extracting bodily fluids from their prey, this animal possesses an incredibly unique adaptation that allows it to survive without having to travel far to find water, a crucial factor for survival in such harsh environments. Imagine you're wandering through a scorching desert. Being able to survive without having to run long distances to find water is a precious survival advantage that few creatures possess. This is exactly why lions in the Londo Ranges remain the top predators, surviving and thriving even in the harshest conditions of this land. In the arid region of Londo, spotted hyenas are truly exceptional warriors of the night. When night falls, the cooler temperatures help them conserve water and precious energy under the harsh daytime sun. Have you ever wondered about the endurance of a hyena? They are not only agile, but also remarkably resilient, capable of traveling dozens of miles each night to hunt for prey. Just thinking about a pack of hyenas tirelessly roaming all night truly makes me marvel at their perseverance. But hyenas are not simply cold-blooded. They are also an indispensable natural cleanup crew in the ecosystem. Hyenas consume nearly the entire carcass, from hard bones to soft tissues, playing a crucial role in recycling matter and keeping the environment clean and balanced. And when food becomes scarce, hyenas show even stronger unity within their pack, sometimes even fiercely competing with lions for food. These confrontations are not only intense, but also require excellent teamwork and strategy, enabling them to dominate the role of scavengers in the ecosystem as water sources become increasingly scarce. When hunting Thomson's gazelles or zebras, hyenas display an astonishing pace in their... They maintain remarkable endurance, gradually wearing their prey down until it collapses from exhaustion. Every twist and every change in direction they make is executed with skill and precision, like an intense dance for survival. The chase unfolded like a dramatic performance, blending strategy and endurance across the vast, seemingly endless open field. High above the Londo Range's border, the small yet powerful eagle soars, its wings slicing through the wind in a sky filled with sunlight. Beneath its feet stretched endless golden prairies, radiant and filled. The eagle's plumage blends various shades of brown that perfectly match the semi-arid landscape, allowing them to become nearly invisible among the dry bushes and silvery grasses. This is the perfect camouflage strategy, an invisible predator in the harsh wilderness. The thick plumage not only helps eagles withstand the intense daytime heat, but also keeps them warm during chilly nights. This ability to regulate body temperature is one of the survival secrets of species, living in constantly changing environments, where only the most resilient individuals can continue to thrive. From hundreds of feet in the air, the eagle's sharp vision allows it to spot even the tiniest movements on the ground below. Every glance carries the potential for an astonishingly precise attack. The true strength of a predator lies not only in its endurance, but also in the precision. Have you ever wondered how these birds of prey are able to dominate the skies, and how they adapt their hunting strategies in the vast wilderness of the Londo Ranges? The answer lies in the perfect combination of hunting skills, adaptability, and unwavering determination to conquer this harsh wilderness. With incredible speed, the tiny eagle dives toward the ground like lightning, aiming straight for small prey such as field mice, fur-bearing animals, or young antelopes with absolute precision. Sharp claws and a strong, hooked beak allow them to quickly capture and kill their prey in the blink of an eye. Especially during the harsh dry season, when food and water become scarce, the resilience of this eagle species becomes even more evident. They adapt and expand their diet to include a wide variety of foods, ranging from mice and small birds to the remains left behind by other predators. Thanks to their crucial role as nature's cleanup experts, they help prevent the spread of disease and maintain sustainable ecological balance, ensuring that life on the grasslands continues to thrive. Under the scorching midday sun, the pink-faced vulture soared high above, its sharp eyes scanning the ground for any sign of life or death. As masters of scavenging, they are often the first to arrive at the scene to claim the remaining tender meat before more ferocious predators show up. With their exceptional eyesight, white-headed vultures can fly dozens of miles in a single day, constantly searching for food across the vast grasslands. Strong wings carry them as they weave through every corner of the forest and grassland, always ready for the next hunting opportunity. Next, let's wander into the vast, sun-scorched grasslands of the Serengeti, where massive rocks rise like solitary fortresses, sheltering the mysterious presence of the legendary rock hyrax. This animal has built a peaceful life on high rocky outcrops with hidden crevices, places that are almost invisible to the sharp eyes of leopards or eagles. This remarkable adaptation is demonstrated by their specially structured feet, which feature pads and sweat glands that help them grip slippery rock surfaces securely and move nimbly. like natural climbers. Despite its small size, the rock hyrax moves nimbly across rugged terrain, demonstrating a seamless blend of endurance and constant alert. Even more surprisingly, their jaws, equipped with tusk-like incisors, a reminder of their distant kinship with elephants, allow them to bite through tough leaves and bark, persistently surviving in the scorching heat of the Serengeti. The brownish-grey fur blends perfectly with the color of the rocks, making them seem as if they are one with the timeless, ancient nature of this place. Rock hyraxes, in groups of up to 8 individuals, rely on each other like a close-knit community to protect their lives. Mutual support and vigilance are the keys to survival, as each member constantly watches every slightest movement and listens to even the softest sound, because even the shadow of an eagle passing overhead could signal lurking danger. Can you guess how that sense of community has helped the rock hyrax survive in such a dangerous environment? In the shade of the Serengeti grasslands, the leopard demonstrates its supreme hunting skills, becoming a true master of stealth. They take advantage of crevices and caves to avoid the scorching midday sun, only emerging when night falls to hunt in complete silence. Rock crevices not only provide shade, but also serve as advantageous lookout points, allowing them to observe prey from a distance and avoid potential threats. Over millions of years of evolution, the hunting abilities of the leopard have become legendary, a true embodiment of finesse, strength, and This makes us reflect on how wild animals, whether large or small, all have unique survival strategies that are closely connected to their environments. And in the eyes of nature researchers like myself, every journey of discovery is not only a story of survival, but also a multi-dimensional portrait of nature's intricate dance, where every creature is blending into the rhythm of life, overcoming challenge and finding its place within this endless ecological circle. Would you like to continue exploring other undiscovered mysteries of the wild with me? In the world of top predators among the big cats, the leopard is considered a master of hunting skill. With a slender yet powerful body, the leopard constantly owns its ability to track and stalk prey with absolute precision. They weigh between 99 and 198 pounds, with body lengths ranging from nearly 5 to over 6.5 feet. Their muscular build gives them exceptional agility. The bright golden fur with distinctive flower-shaped black spots not only adds beauty but also serves as an excellent shield, blending seamlessly into rocky and bushy environments, making them almost invisible to their prey. Have you ever wondered how a leopard can move silently through dense forests without making a sound that alerts its prey? That is the crucial survival secret of the leopard. He knows how to use darkness and the terrain as a shield for survival. As a solitary hunter, the leopard does not rush, but approaches its target with careful, deliberate steps, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to launch a lightning-fast attack. Each powerful leap from above can take down anything from small antelopes to large birds, demonstrating this animal's incredible strength and pinpoint accuracy. The leopard's climbing ability is also remarkably impressive. With its sharp claws and agile body, it can easily scale rugged cliffs or climb tall trees to bring its prey to a safe place. This not only helps protect food from scavengers such as hyenas or lions, but also demonstrates resourcefulness and intelligence in preserving essential nutrients for the individual's survival. Do you think that climbing is the most outstanding skill that helps leopards survive? Amid the massive granite boulders of the Serengeti, small prides of lions carve out their own lives in this challenging landscape. Normally, these herds consist of 5 to 10 individuals, adapted to rugged, rocky terrain and scarce food sources. Unlike the vast grasslands where large prides of lions hunt, the lions here must rely on silence, patience, and creativity to survive in harsh conditions. Scarce food sources, limited space, and intense. Imagine lions silently weaving their way between massive boulders, blending into the shadows of nature as they watch and wait for the appearance of migrating antelope or some unsuspecting prey. Instead of chasing across open fields, they use the tactic of ambushing unexpectedly from above, a strategy that is often much more effective than traditional pursuits. But the rocky areas are not just hunting grounds. They are also peaceful havens where lionesses care for their cubs, hiding them safely in narrow crevices shaded by rocks. This protects the young lions from other predators and shields them from the scorching heat of the day. Can you feel the harshness of the environment in which leopards and those prides of lions have to survive? Life here is not for the weak or the impatient. Only individuals who know how to adapt and make use of the natural terrain can overcome that challenge. It is within these ancient rocks of this land that the fate and survival instincts of the species are vividly etched, from the piercing, predatory gaze of the leopard to the thunderous roar of the lion, echoing across the vast and perilous wilderness. Perhaps the most wondrous thing is the delicate harmony between the wild creatures and Mother Nature, a vibrant scene that will leave you amazed as you discover it. The resilience of nature rarely reveals itself in a loud manner. It quietly endures, fiercely overcoming all adversity. When the vast grasslands and sparse forests gradually wither and die under the relentless, scorching sun, the vibrant wetlands at the heart of the Serengeti remain lush and green, like resilient oases that retain their moisture throughout the dry season. These wetlands are a precious source of life, attracting both massive herds of migratory animals and species that reside year-round, with the promise of a valuable water supply, even when everything else seems to dry up. Nourished by rivers such as Gameti and Mara, these marshes are not just seasonal shelters. They are astonishing centers of biodiversity, where dense vegetation with tall grasses and large shrubs forms a natural canopy. This canopy not only protects large animals from predators, but also shields them from the scorching heat. It is right here that life not only exists but also thrives brilliantly, creating a vibrant ecological tapestry, a dynamic ecological hub that maintains the natural balance of the Serengeti, even through its harshest. In a place that seems to hold nothing but harshness and wilderness, stories of resilience, maternal love, and an intense instinct for survival quietly unfold. Every movement in nature is not just life itself, but a profound message about the connection between all living beings and Mother Earth. At Nature Moment, we don't just capture images, we tell the most authentic stories of nature. Let's join together, because there are still so many amazing things ahead waiting for. Among the residents who have made their way to this lush green swamp are the Messiah giraffes, the tallest land animals on Earth, standing in stark contrast to the dry, barren plains that surround them. This abundant year-round water supply allows these giant giraffes to maintain their health, sparing them from having to endure long migrations in search of water like many other species. With a steady food supply consisting of nutrient-rich acacia leaves and tall shrubs, giraffes are able to thrive and reproduce freely. With a height ranging from 4.5 to 5.5 yards, they not only have the advantage of a wide field of vision to detect danger from afar, but their strong, long legs also allow them to move easily through flooded terrain. At the same time, these legs become sharp weapons capable of delivering powerful kicks that can scare off any predator daring to come near. When the rainy season arrives and the marshes are at their lushest and most vibrant, the herd of giraffes usually gathers to breed. Dense and secluded areas within the swamps provide ideal conditions for reproduction. In particular, the young individuals are born in dense, concealed foliage, making them less likely to be detected by predators. Amazingly, within the very first minute of birth, newborn giraffes are able to stand firmly and follow their mothers, preparing themselves for a challenging life in the vast and unpredictable wilderness. However, the swamp ecosystem is not just a habitat for large animals. The sacred African ibis, with its distinctive curved beak and striking black and white plumage, also finds refuge in these nutrient-rich. The curved-billed stork hunts by using its sensitive beak to search for fish, insects, and other invertebrates hidden beneath. Not only that, but their versatility and quick adaptability allow this species of stork to move easily to new wetlands when food sources become scarce during the harsh dry season. This characteristic reflects the core life philosophy of the inhabitants of the Serengeti wetlands. Surviving through intelligent movement, wise adaptability, and a delicate balance with their surrounding environment. At the heart of this waterlogged world, true power lies hidden beneath the surface, a force embodied by the silent yet overwhelmingly dominant creatures. With their massive bodies and mysterious nature, hippos not only dominate the landscape, but also assert their position as the undeniable rulers of these wild waters. They can burrow into the cool mud to escape the intense heat outside. But when necessary, they are ready to use their incredible strength to defend their territory or establish an unmistakable presence in the Swamp Kingdom. Could it be that this place is not just a habitat, but also a battlefield for the invisible powers vying among the swamp's inhabitants? Have you ever wondered how the animals in the Serengeti manage to survive so resiliently amid such harsh and arid conditions? Could it be that it was their inner strength, agility in movement, and exceptional adaptability that made this miracle possible? The answer lies in every breath of nature, in each careful step of the giraffe, in every unexpected dive of the hippopotamus, and in the graceful yet determined movements of the cur. All of these together tell a vivid story of resilient, fierce, and untamed life in the heart of the Serengeti wilderness. The hippopotamus, also known as the river horse, appears with a quiet authority, gathering in groups and leisurely soaking in the calm water as sunlight filters through the leaves, creating shimmering spots of light on the surface of the lake. Those swamps are not only a safe haven, but also an essential source of life for this giant creature. For hippos, those cool, muddy waters provide excellent protection from the blazing sun, helping their massive heat-sensitive bodies avoid getting burned under the harsh sunlight. A hippopotamus can weigh up to 9,900 pounds and reach a body length of up to 16 feet, making them one of the most magnificent animals in Africa. Throughout the day, they usually only surface with their noses, eyes, and ears exposed to breathe and observe, always staying alert to any changes in their surroundings. The thick skin of a hippopotamus secretes a special reddish fluid that acts as both a natural sunscreen and an antibacterial agent, helping them avoid the harmful effects of ultraviolet rays and injuries caused by environmental contact. Did you know that this secretion also contains antioxidant compounds that keep a hippopotamus's skin healthy even in the harshest natural? As dusk falls and blends into the darkness of night, a mysterious call urges hippos to leave their watery domain. Silently moving ashore, those massive mussels slowly make their way through the swamp to feed on tender grasses and low-growing plants. An adult hippopotamus can eat up to 79 pounds of plants in a single night. A truly astonishing appetite, isn't it? Waiting until late at night to go out helps hippos avoid competition for food from other species and also reduces energy consumption in the intense heat of the day. Although they may appear calm and slow on the outside, hippos are actually incredibly strong and decisive warriors. With a bite force of up to nearly 1,800 pounds per square inch and razor-sharp fangs that can reach up to 16 inches in length, they are capable of fending off any bold intruder, whether it is one of their own kind or another. Territorial disputes occur frequently and intensely, especially among dominant males determined to gain control over the most valuable bodies of water. Can you imagine the amount of power they have to generate to maintain their authority over this vast area? A herd of hippos usually consists of 10 to 30 individuals, organized in a strict hierarchy with alpha males guarding access to water and staying alert against any threats to the females in the group. But the ecological role of hippos goes beyond just their physical strength. When moving through small channels and streams in the marsh, they act like natural engineers, creating important pathways for many smaller species in the ecosystem. These corridors not only promote biodiversity, but also help balance the wetland ecosystem in an incredibly subtle way. In the vibrant symphony of the wild, hippos serve as both guardians and gatekeepers of this complex ecosystem. Their massive presence and influence play a significant role in maintaining the delicate balance inherent to the local ecosystem. And when it comes to the magnificence of Africa, we cannot help but mention the northern region of the Serengeti and the plains bordering the Masai Mara, where the grand final chapter of the Great Migration unfolds. The border region between Tanzania and Kenya is a vibrant natural landscape, featuring vast grasslands, scattered acacia woodlands, and the majestic Mara River, a vital lifeline that connects all living creatures in this area. Under the influence of the rainy season, this land becomes both fertile and challenging, creating an ideal stage for countless emotional survival stories of wild animals. Have you ever imagined the dramatic changes in the lives of the creatures here when migration season begins, and how this very land becomes a witness to some of the most extraordinary natural wonders on the planet? Amid the harsh and relentless wilderness, from November to May, seasonal rains bless the savanna with between 35 and 40 millimeters of rainfall, transforming it into a lush green paradise. This seasonal abundance is a powerful invitation, drawing vast herds of wildebeest and enormous zebras back to complete their legendary migration journey, which stretches nearly 500 miles. When the zebras arrive in the northern Serengeti and Masai Mara, they find lush, green grasslands nourished by rain, an essential food source to sustain them on the long journey ahead. What truly amazes us is the ancient instinct and inherited memory that guide them along traditional migration routes, the very paths their ancestors have followed for thousands of years. These creatures rely not only on pure instinct, but also demonstrate remarkable intelligence, as they are able to locate sources of water and food while skillfully avoiding barren areas that could leave them exhausted or even cause their death. The scattered acacia forests not only provide shade, but also serve as crucial shelters, helping the herds of zebras avoid predators lurking out on the plains. In the cool shade of these forests, they can take a brief rest and regain their strength for the challenging journeys ahead. This is also the season of growth and reproduction, when fertile natural conditions create the perfect time for breeding. Newborn zebra foals, just a few hours old, are already able to stand up, walk, and follow their mothers, a vital skill in a world where moving means survival. But the journey is far from over. As the southern grasslands gradually dry up with the end of the rainy season in May, the entire herd of wildebeest surges northward, facing their toughest challenge, the crossing of the Mara River, which takes place from July to October. Hundreds of thousands of individuals gather densely along the riverbank, creating a breathtakingly vibrant scene of the wild migration. The fast-flowing and dangerous waters of the Mara River are not the only threat. Beneath the water's surface, Nile crocodiles, ancient predators weighing thousands of pounds, are always lurking, ready to lunge and attack. During these perilous river crossings, the adult antelopes usually take the lead, creating a strong current to help the younger or weaker individuals follow more easily. The herd of migrants instinctively chooses to cross the river when the water is at its lowest, minimizing the risk of drowning and reducing the chances of being attacked by crocodiles lurking below the surface. Every step across the river, every moment of survival, is a monumental battle in one of nature's most daring performances. A migration journey etched by instinct, extraordinary endurance, and the endless rhythm of life on the African plains. Protecting the Serengeti is not just a local responsibility, but a global mission. This vibrant and lively ecosystem depends on the collaboration of people from all around the world. You, I, and everyone can contribute to preserving this priceless natural wonder by raising awareness, refusing products made from wildlife, supporting responsible tourism, and participating in conservation initiatives. Through this, we are not only protecting a piece of land, but also preserving the rhythm of life, the beauty, and the identity of Earth, the shared home of all living beings. Do you see the journey of zebras and wildebeests through these tough challenges as an inspiring story of resilience and the will to survive? And what will you do to help protect that wonder? Even the smallest actions can create powerful waves of influence, helping to preserve the vast grasslands of the Serengeti, protect its iconic wildlife, and maintain the delicate balance of this ecosystem for future generations. If you have ever had the fortunate opportunity to witness the magnificent migration or the dramatic survival battles between predators and prey on the savannah, please share your story. Personal experiences not only inspire us, but also remind us why this land is so important and why it needs to be protected sustainably. Have you ever wondered how your own story could create a powerful ripple effect in the final campaign to protect Africa's wild nature? Let your voice become a part of that movement. And if you're still feeling inspired and want to keep following the journey to explore the remaining wild places, don't forget to subscribe to the Nature Moment channel, hit like, and turn on notifications so you can continue to join us as we discover the untamed grasslands. From tracing the paths of migrations to witnessing incredible survival stories, and even exploring the challenges predators must overcome to survive in a fiercely competitive environment, we will embark on this unique journey together. From the majestic Serengeti to the vast Kalahari, nature awaits you. Imagine a vast expanse stretching across several countries in East and Southern Africa, such as Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana, unfolding before your eyes with endless grasslands, scattered trees standing out against the lush green backdrop, and countless wild animals roaming freely, embodying the purest and most untouched beauty of nature. As the sun rises, painting the sky with vibrant shades of pink and orange, the prairie awakens, revealing a world teeming with life, dramatic stories, and the never-ending cycle of survival. Can you see how, from the seemingly simple appearance of vast fields of wild grass, we are able to discover a complex ecosystem with incredibly intricate connections? The brilliant golden meadows, swaying with each warm breeze, provide an abundant food source for countless herbivores. The massive elephants, with their strength and calm demeanor, leisurely stroll across the grasslands, using their powerful trunks to uproot bushes and even large trees in search of precious nutrients. Herds of gazelles and zebras move together in groups, their graceful steps resembling a dance of survival. All the while, their eyes remain vigilant, constantly scanning for any sign of potential predators lurking. This is truly the vibrant symphony of nature, where beauty and danger are masterfully intertwined. However, the mesmerizing beauty of the African savanna is inseparable from the harsh challenges of life in this land. Predatory animals such as lions, cheetahs, and hyenas play an indispensable role in this vast ecological cycle, constantly hunting for food to survive in a harsh environment that keeps all creatures locked in an endless struggle. Do you ever feel a lump in your throat when you witness a lioness silently stalking her prey, her strength mixed with a hint of ruthlessness evident in her every move? That feeling fills us with both admiration and compassion, while also deeply engraving in our minds that this very cycle of predation is an essential part of maintaining balance on the grasslands. That predatory dance is not only a quest for survival, but also a testament to the delicate and ceaseless workings of the wild ecosystem. Have you ever wondered what would happen to the entire ecosystem if a single link in this chain were broken, such as an imbalance in the population of predators or prey? That is why protecting every individual, every species, and even our smallest actions can have a tremendous impact on the future of the Serengeti and other grasslands across Africa. Through this, we gain an even deeper understanding of the importance of preserving wild nature, not only to retain its pure beauty, but also to maintain a balanced and diverse ecosystem, which is the foundation of life on this planet. The delicate balance of this ecosystem is harmoniously regulated according to the cycles of the seasons throughout the year. On the African savanna, each season brings its own rhythm to the lives of the animals. The dry season, with its scarcity of water and food, forces all living creatures to migrate in search of new sources of sustenance. Especially, the giant herds of elephants are famous for their long journeys, traveling across vast fields to reach dried-up rivers and the remaining water holes. Images of giant elephants moving together in unity not only demonstrate their remarkable intelligence, but also reveal their sophisticated social structure. On the other hand, when the rainy season arrives, powerful thunderstorms roll in, bringing precious water and breathing new life into the land that has been parched for so long. The grasslands seem to come alive again, with the lively sounds of countless creatures echoing throughout the area, as animals return to their familiar habitats and new life began to flourish. The African savanna is not only a remarkable ecosystem, but also a vibrant symphony of the cycle of life and death, vividly reflecting the beauty and vitality of our planet. In the middle of that vast prairie, the African buffalo stands out as a symbol of strength, adaptability, and community spirit. These robust creatures, with their muscular bodies and majestic horns, have evolved to survive in some of the harshest environments. The African buffalo is a social animal that typically lives in herds, with numbers that can reach several hundred individuals. This way of living in groups is an essential survival strategy that helps them defend against predators such as lions, hyenas. Living in groups not only provides strength in numbers, but also enables buffalo to coordinate in keeping watch and defending themselves. When threatened, a herd of buffalo will form a circle to protect their young, facing their horns outward to drive away predators. This instinctive reflex reflects the importance of social structure in protecting lives. Moreover, the adaptability of water buffalo is evident not only in their social behavior, but also in their diet and choice of habitat. As a herbivorous animal, the buffalo mainly eats grasses that grow abundantly during the rainy season. However, they also develop exceptional abilities to survive in challenging and unpredictable conditions. When the drought season drags on, they switch to eating tougher, less nutritious plants, demonstrating their resilience and ability to adapt flexibly to food scarcity. A low metabolic rate allows the wild buffalo to maintain its health for many days without water, enabling it to travel long distances in search of food and drinking water. Imagine a herd of wild buffalo steadily making their way across parched fields, overcoming every hardship in search of precious water. This is a vivid testament to resilience in the natural world. In the challenging wilderness, every species develops its own survival strategies, and the African buffalo stands as the most vivid symbol of adaptation and unity. Stories about them not only inspire us, but also teach us about the value of community and perseverance in life. On the vast grasslands, the buffaloes faithfully follow their dry season migration cycle, an essential feature of their lives. When the dry season arrives, water sources become scarce, and herds of buffalo will move to search for lush green pastures and more reliable water spots. The migration journey is not simply about ensuring survival by finding food and water, but it also plays a crucial role in maintaining the overall health of the grassland ecosystem. Did you know that the grazing activity of wild buffalo not only helps them sustain themselves, but also encourages vigorous regeneration of plant species? When they graze, the fields are not only renewed, but also create favorable conditions for many other herbivorous animals to thrive. This is an interesting and essential cycle that helps protect biodiversity and enhance the natural productivity of the area. Furthermore, the movement patterns of buffalo also influence the distribution of plant species, creating a close and dynamic relationship between vegetation and wildlife on the grasslands. This leads to a beautiful ecological balance, where each species contributes to the growth and survival of one another in a unique and harmonious way. Can you imagine that simply by moving around? Buffaloes have become the silent architects of an entire sustainable and thriving ecosystem. Nature has fought for millions of years to survive. Now it is time for humanity to fight to preserve that life. Not in a fairy tale, not in a sci-fi documentary, but completely real, right in the heart of Africa. That place is Kavango Zambezi, the largest transboundary conservation area in the world, home to 227,900 elephants living and roaming in the wild, where more than 1,500 African wild dogs still exist, and approximately 4,000 to 5,000 lions are being protected more rigorously than ever before. Kaza is not just a piece of land. It is a symbol of the historic cooperation among 5 countries, together creating an unbounded ecological corridor that connects more than 35 nature reserves, where nature can live, breathe, and rejuvenate as it once did. Yes, I'm ready. Please provide the Vietnamese content you'd like me to translate. Take a deep breath, because what you are about to witness will be unforgettable. Before the journey begins, please leave a comment to let us know where you are following from. And now, we invite you to step into the magnificent wilderness of Kaza, a place where nature still roars, hisses, and where the silent footsteps of life can be felt. 5 nations, 1 battlefield for survival. In the heart of the Kavango-Zambezi region, during an unusually long dry season, dust clung to every low-hanging branch. A black rhinoceros moves cautiously along the faint traces of a herd of wild. Both species are searching for the most essential element for survival. Not far away, a pack of exhausted African wild dogs was trudging across the scorched grasslands. A place that just a few years ago was a lush green migration corridor. The movements became slow and weary from the harshness. Climate change is reshaping the natural rhythms of Kaza. Rainfall has decreased by 15 to 20% over the past decade. The average temperature has increased by 1.5 degrees Celsius, disrupting breeding cycles, migration patterns, and food sources. The Kaza ecosystem is currently under tremendous pressure. Species that have existed for millions of years of evolution are now facing the threat of a powerful new danger. Climate change caused by humans. However, amidst these fluctuations, Kaza remains a final stronghold, preserving biodiversity by allowing nature to breathe. Kavango-Zambezi, or Kaza for short, is a transboundary conservation area that spans 5 countries: Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Nestled between 2 major river basins, the Kavango and Zambezi. This region is often described as the ecological heart of the continent. What do you think is the biggest challenge when 5 countries come together to manage a vast landscape? Is it nature, culture, people, or politics? Let's explore together. The slow movement of the Earth's crust, combined with the sediment layers formed by ancient rivers, has created a rich geological foundation for this area. The Okavango Delta, an inland natural wonder of the world, was formed when the Kavango River flows into Botswana and is blocked by a low-lying area. There is no outlet to the sea. The river spreads out across the land, nurturing a unique wetland ecosystem where water remains abundant for most of the year, peaking during the dry months from June to August. This very paradox, when floodwaters arrive during the dry season, has created a rare and thriving explosion of life in this land. In the Kaza region, the climate is primarily tropical, with 2 distinct seasons. The rainy season lasts from November to April, and the dry season lasts from May to October. The average annual rainfall ranges from 500 millimeters in semi-arid regions to over 1,000 millimeters in wetter areas, such as northeastern Namibia and the regions surrounding the Zambezi River. This transformation plays a crucial role in nurturing multi-layered ecosystems, allowing Kaza to preserve the vibrant richness of one of the most biodiverse regions on Earth. According to the latest statistics from 2024, this area is home to more than 197 species of mammals, over 600 recorded bird species, 128 species of reptiles, 50 species of amphibians, and more than 3,000 plant species, of which approximately 100 species are not found anywhere else in the world. In the vast and biologically rich landscape of Kasa, source ecosystems are regarded as the first crucial link in the chain of existence. They serve as a lifeline that nurtures the entire cross-border ecosystem. What makes the ecosystems unique is the abundant water supply, food and shelter for many species of wildlife. Thanks to the presence of water, whether year-round or seasonal, these areas support a rich biomass including grasses, fish, birds, and many species of aquatic animals, forming the foundation of a stable food chain. Among them, the two most prominent examples are the Okavango Delta in Botswana and the Zambezi wetlands in Zambia. Water from the highlands of Angola flows southward and then comes to a sudden halt at the center of Botswana, where the low-lying terrain retains the entire flow, forming the Okavango Delta, the largest inland delta in the world. With no outlet to the sea, these streams spread like a lifeline through the Kalahari Desert, bringing hope for vibrant life in this harsh environment. When we study the rich biodiversity of Kasa, we not only see the wild animals but also feel the wondrous power of nature. The story of this land is a testament to the rise and diversity of living organisms, where life thrives even in the harshest conditions, continually urging us to protect and preserve the preciousness of nature for future generations. Creating one of the most unique and vibrant wetland ecosystems in Africa, the Okavango Delta has become a symbol of life in the dryness of the dry season from June to August each year. When the waters flow down from the source, a magnificent scene will unfold here. At a time when much of southern Africa is engulfed in drought, the Okavango Delta is thriving with peak flood season. This is truly a paradox of nature, but at the same time, it is the key to the rich. More than 1,300 plant species, over 480 bird species, and 122 mammal species coexist peacefully in this land. Like a green heart beating in the desert, the Okavango Delta pulses with energy, nutrients, and life as if the hand of God has touched the barren land, breathing life into it. When the waters from the Angola highlands rush into the Okavango Delta, they not only carry the flow but also awaken a marvelous creature. Despite massive size, weighing up to 1,500 kilograms, the hippopotamus is surprisingly agile in the water. Instead of gliding like fish, they move by walking or running along the river, using their short legs and round body shape as if they were designed for life underwater. Beneath the calm surface of the water, they can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes, even sleeping without being disturbed when their instincts urge them to surface for air. Interestingly, our closest relatives are not land animals, but rather whales and dolphins. This is a vivid testament to the evolutionary path that diverged from a common ancestor tens of millions of years ago. The name hippopotamus comes from ancient Greek, meaning river horse, a poetic image that reflects the dominance of this creature in the waters. In the Okavango Delta, where floodwaters rise from June to August, hippos live in small groups. Most of the time, they stay submerged to maintain a stable body temperature, only emerging at night to graze on grass. Each individual can consume about 40 kilograms of vegetation each night, primarily soft grasses that grow along the shore. Especially, the hippopotamus has an impressive defense system with tusks that can be up to 50 centimeters long, capable of crushing a wooden boat or the jaw of a crocodile if they feel threatened. Although their diet is entirely plant-based, hippos are considered one of the most powerful animals in Africa due to their strong territorial instincts and fierce reactions when provoked. Land, they can even walk at a very fast pace, creating an impressive contrast with their heavy appearance. Running at speeds of up to 30 kilometers per hour, a hippopotamus can easily outpace. Another notable feature is the ability to secrete a type of reddish-orange mucus, which was previously mistaken for blood sweat. In fact, this is a natural biochemical mixture similar to sunscreen, which helps protect their skin from the harmful effects of sunlight and maintains necessary moisture while also repelling insects. Thanks to this natural protective layer, hippos can survive under the harsh sunlight of semi-arid regions like Botswana, where daytime temperatures often exceed 95 degrees Fahrenheit during the dry season. In the Okavango Delta, each step of the hippopotamus carves out pathways in the water, helping to maintain the flow and prevent congestion caused by excessive growth of underwater vegetation. These channels and streams are not only vital pathways for fish, aquatic insects, and dozens of species of waterfowl, but they also provide a habitat for them. Furthermore, the waste they release into the water plays a crucial role in redistributing nutrients, creating an incredibly important cycle that sustains life and health for the entire Kasa wetland ecosystem. Nature is not just a spectacle to behold. It is a vibrant part of humanity's memory, a place where we learn to share, adapt, and respect life in all its forms. Every time you open your heart to the wild world, you contribute to preserving it for future generations. At Nature Moment, we believe that every moment you experience this beauty deserves to be shared. If today's journey impressed you, please leave the number 6 in the comments as a sign that you are ready to dive deeper into the wonderful world of nature. Amidst the winding rhythms of the Okavango Delta, a large and striking bird of Africa emerged, the southern ground hornbill. Instead of soaring through the sky like many of its winged neighbors, it decided to walk slowly on the ground, leaving distinct black footprints on the damp earth as it moved with grace. The southern ground vulture makes a strong impression with its enormous size. Its height can reach up to 4 feet 3 inches, and its wingspan exceeds 5 feet 11 inches. Its plumage is a smooth, velvety black, with bright yellow eyes and a vibrant red throat pouch, creating a bold splash of color against the backdrop of the savanna. The male birds have completely red throat pouches, while the females have a blue-purple mark on their necks. This is a natural sign that helps distinguish them even from a distance. Vultures live in small family groups, usually consisting of a breeding pair and several other individuals that help care for the young. Each group can dominate a territory of up to 100 kilometers, a truly vast distance for a bird that primarily hunts by walking. The southern ground vulture is a carnivorous species that primarily hunts large insects, small reptiles, amphibians, and its main weapon is its long, powerful beak, which serves as a tool for stabbing, flipping, and cutting its prey. Their hunts never take place alone. In stark contrast to the quiet steps of the ground dove, the resounding call of the African fish eagle breaks the silence of the African sky, rising from the towering treetops along the water's edge. In many African cultures, this bird is seen as a symbol of strength, freedom, and a connection to the spiritual world. Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Sudan have chosen the African fish eagle as their national symbol, honoring its resilient spirit and unwavering strength in the face of challenges. This bird species mates for life. Once they are paired up, they build their nest near the water's edge, where fish are always abundant. Their nests can be up to 2 meters wide and 1.2 meters deep, often reused for many years and gradually expanded over time, much like a family home passed down through generations. The breeding season typically begins when water levels drop during the dry months from June to October, a time when fish gather in the remaining pools and are easier to catch. The hunting technique of the African fish eagle is a delicate combination of precision with keen eyesight and lightning-fast dives. They often perch quietly on a high branch near the water's edge, their sharp eyes intently watching every glimmer and tiny ripple below the surface. When it spots its prey, usually a fish weighing between 100 grams and 1.5 kilograms, it dives down with its claws extended, piercing the surface of the water in an instant. Each foot is small, horn-like spikes that help grip slippery fish easily. It has showcased an incredible style on more than one occasion. These images not only leave a lasting impression on the mind of a wildlife researcher, but also touch the hearts of those who love nature. Imagine, for a moment, you are standing by the shore of a lake with your friends, admiring this magnificent scene. Are you brave enough to explore the savanna forests with the ground dove or soar with the osprey, experiencing the joys and challenges that nature has to offer? It was a journey that cannot be described in words, yet it holds invaluable lessons about life and death in the wild, where every creature struggles to survive and protect itself. In the world of wildlife, survival is not merely a struggle for food, but a sophisticated game of strategy. For example, the African fish eagle. This predatory bird does not hesitate to steal food from other species such as the great cormorant or the Goliath heron, a behavior that has become characteristic within the community of rabbits. Unlike long-distance migratory species, the bald eagle changes its habitat over distances, ranging from several dozen to several hundred kilometers, flexibly adapting to changing hydrological conditions. In the Okavango Delta, where flooding occurs year-round and peaks during the dry season, the population of African fish eagles remains stable and thrives. According to the latest data from BirdLife International, in 2024, the estimated number of adult individuals reaches approximately 300,000 across the entire sub-Saharan region, with the Kaza region having the highest density due to its relatively well-protected wetland ecosystem. Every year, when the water level of the Zambezi River begins to rise, it brings floodwaters into western Zambia, creating the Barotse floodplain, one of the largest seasonal wetland areas in southern Africa. When the flood reaches its peak, the flooded area can expand to over 10,000 square kilometers, turning the plain into a shimmering mirror of water. This is one of the prominent source ecosystems of Kaza, where water plays a crucial role in sustaining life, providing a dynamic biological chain that is constantly renewed with the changing seasons. From December to June, when the water level reaches its peak, the Barotse Plain becomes an ideal breeding ground for fish and aquatic organisms. As the water recedes, the nutrient-rich layer of mud left on the parched grasslands creates excellent conditions for tens of thousands of grazing animals to return. The bird life here is incredibly diverse, with more than 300 species recorded, making birdwatching an ideal activity. Every year, more than 30,000 blue wildebeests migrate through the area, forming the second largest migration of antelope in Africa. The Barotse Plain is not merely a seasonal wetland. It is also a place that embodies all the ideal characteristics of a source ecosystem. This area has turned into a green feast for herbivores, with thick and soft grass growing abundantly, while the mineral-rich mud left in the soil provides exceptional nutritional value. This biological condition attracts herds of blue wildebeests to return year after year to breed and nurture the next generation. An adult blue wildebeest can weigh up to 600 pounds, measure nearly 8 feet long, and stand up to 4.5 feet tall at the shoulder, with grayish-black fur and a light blue sheen that glimmers like morning dew across the grasslands. Both males and females possess outward curving horns, which are not only a part of their wild beauty, but also important tools for their survival battles. Observing the interactions between species, along with the delicacy of this ecosystem, truly compels us to reflect on the value of existence in nature. This is not just a collection of specific numbers or simple geography. It is a symphony of life, worthy of our celebration and protection. In the wild, Each day is a silent battle between existence and surrender. The blue wildebeests primarily eat short grass. An average individual can consume between 4 and 6 kilograms of grass. But instead of depleting resources, their grazing behavior actually helps plants grow more evenly. By nibbling on delicate young grass shoots, they prevent the excessive growth of certain plant species while allowing sunlight and water to permeate the soil, creating an ideal foundation for the regeneration of new growth. In this way, this species plays a crucial role in maintaining the vital cycle of the entire ecosystem. As the rivers begin to overflow and the floodplains reflect the sky of Zambia, herds of lechwe antelope start to move toward higher ground, where fresh grass has just sprouted from the damp earth. There is no strong pushing, no loud noises, but their migration is no less. This is a quiet, purposeful journey that weaves the thread of life through the rising rhythm of the flood cycle. The survival instinct of the lechwe antelope is closely linked to the environment in which it lives. Muddy fields, shallow swamps, and waterlogged grasslands. Their bodies are perfectly adapted to this terrain. Standing about 3 feet tall and weighing between 155 and 265 pounds, they possess a graceful yet sturdy physique. The male has a long, curved cornea that can reach up to 92 centimeters, symbolizing dominance and responsibility during the mating season. The key to the survival of this species lies in their graceful legs, long and flat like small boards that help distribute their weight on soft, muddy grass. When wading through water up to their knees, the oily fur on their lower legs helps keep them dry, allowing them to move quickly when necessary or when the terrain changes. For predators like lions or African wild dogs, flood-prone areas are truly a challenge. But with the silent eyes watching from beneath the surface of the water, the story is completely different. The Nile crocodile, an ancient figure, lies hidden beneath layers of mud and vegetation, remaining silent and powerful. This is the largest reptile in Africa and one of the most formidable top predators. Whenever the water recedes, herds of antelope, zebras, and wildebeests flood into the flooded plains in search of fresh grass. That is the time when the Nile crocodile enters its most intense hunting season of the year. Although they cannot see its movement from afar, the prey remains unaware that death is lurking just beneath every. A war is not just a matter of life and death. It is also a story about survival and constant adaptation, creating the unique cycle of nature. Measuring between 3 and 5 meters long and weighing up to 750 kilograms, the body of the Nile crocodile resembles a biological tank, perfectly designed for patience, stealth, and sudden bursts of power. Lying motionless beneath the surface of the water, with only its eyes and nostrils protruding, it intently observed every step of the approaching prey. With skin ranging from olive green to dull brown, it blends perfectly with the muddy backdrop of the Barazi wetlands. As the distance closed to just a few meters, the crocodile lunged forward, with incredible strength. Its bite, measured at 3,447 newtons per square centimeter, is 8 times stronger than that of a great white shark, ending any struggle quickly and decisively. For Nile crocodiles, ambushes like that do not happen every day. After each big party, the digestion process slowly begins. Inside its stomach, where acid can dissolve bones, the prey will be almost completely broken down, leaving only a few traces of the hunt it just participated in. In the flooded Bharat's region, every step toward the water's edge is a... In this seemingly tranquil setting, the boundary between life and death is defined by a snap and the beating of a heart. Corridor ecosystems are essential connections between breeding areas, living spaces, and shelters, serving as lifelines that transport energy, nutrients, and life across landscapes and... In this network, the Caprivi Strip in northeastern Namibia serves as a central hub, where 4 major rivers, Zambezi, Kwando, Linanti, and Chobe. With the wetter conditions, the wetlands and waterways allow water-dependent species to move through the low-lying areas. Meanwhile, the Kwando-Linyanti corridor stretches through arid regions, connecting the Kalahari forests with the Okavango plains, creating seasonal pathways for species adapted to the semi-arid environment. On the sun-drenched savanna fields and the dry forests of the desert, the powerful silhouette of the African forest elephant moves with remarkable grace. Their image has become the central symbol in the official logo of the Kasa Transboundary Conservation Area. A powerful symbol holding the heart of Kavango Zambezi, connecting across borders for life. With the ability to travel hundreds of miles each year through corridor ecosystems, African forest elephants rely on these ecological pathways to connect their breeding areas, habitats, and However, this journey is no longer as easy as it once was. The interaction between species and their habitats requires us to be more aware of the importance of conserving ecological corridors. We need to come together to protect these precious corridors, as they not only sustain the lives of wildlife but also serve as a legacy for our future generations. Take action today to protect these wondrous lands. The weather is becoming increasingly unpredictable, and familiar water sources are no longer as abundant as they used to be. Nevertheless, the African elephant herds remain steadfast in following the ancient trails, the invisible paths that connect ecosystems throughout the Kasa region. Thanks to the deep Memormi reserves passed down through many generations. The African elephant, standing up to 4 meters tall and weighing as much as 10 tons, is the largest land animal on Earth. But behind that massive structure is a complex nervous system that allows them to communicate through basic sounds. This low-frequency sound can travel up to 5 kilometers through the ground, allowing herds of elephants to communicate with each other, warn about threats, or search for potential mates. Their wonderful memory reservoirs function like a living map, guiding them through years of drought, wildfires, changing rivers, and even conflict, helping them navigate a transforming world with perfect resilience. The matriarchal social structure of this species plays a crucial role in helping them adapt to environmental changes. Herds of elephants, typically consisting of females and their young, are led by the oldest female, an individual who holds the most memory reserves of safe pathways and seasonal water sources. When the adult males mature, they leave the herd, living alone or forming small groups, sometimes moving along with the females in search of mating opportunities. The survival of African elephants comes not only from their well-adapted bodies with cooling ears, dexterous trunks, and powerful tusks, but also from their flexibility and biological strategies. During the dry months, they use their tusks to dig for groundwater, break trees, and pull down branches, often inadvertently creating resources for other species. Their droppings disperse seeds, and their movement creates pathways through the dense forests. From an ecological perspective, they are the architects of the ecosystem in the arid regions of Africa, shaping the landscape for countless forms of life. As of 2024, the Kaza region is home to approximately 227,000 African elephants, accounting for 50% of the remaining global population of this species. However, their distribution is changing significantly. African elephants are increasingly concentrated in strictly protected areas, such as Chobe National Park. Meanwhile, their numbers are declining in areas where legal hunting is permitted or in border regions that are under significant population pressure. Amid the dry forests and vast grasslands stretching across Angola, Namibia, and Botswana, the Angola giraffe stands tall, a vibrant symbol of endurance and resilience in nature. The backbone of the ecosystem, giraffes are a symbol of the wild beauty of Africa. According to information from the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, more than 10% of the total giraffe population on this continent lives in the Kaza region, which includes 2 different subspecies. Nearly 40 years after disappearing from southern Angola, the return of this species, thanks to reintroduction programs from Namibia, is not only a conservation milestone but also a miracle of nature. Each Angolan giraffe has a unique pattern on its coat, similar to a human fingerprint, allowing researchers to identify individuals in population surveys. Reaching a height of up to 18 feet, with long legs extending to 6 feet, giraffes are the tallest land animals on Earth. They typically live in open forests, dry savannas, and the edges of wetlands. Notably, giraffes do not travel along long routes like antelopes do. Instead, they move in small ecological loops, depending on the availability of food and water. During the dry season, when grass in low-lying areas becomes scarce, the ability to reach high canopies gives giraffes a distinct advantage. The relationship between giraffes and African elephants in corridor ecosystems is not merely about sharing space. It is a very subtle and indirect form of mutual support. When the free elephants break large canopies and snap branches to reach the treetops, they create openings that welcome sunlight into the forest, encouraging the growth of shrubs and young shoots in the understory. Interestingly, this is the ideal height for giraffes to feed, especially during the season after the rains, when the acacia trees begin to regenerate. This relationship is a vivid example of ecological balance, a system in which nature self-regulates without the need for human intervention. Angolan giraffes mate year-round, although the birth rate typically peaks at the end of the rainy season. After a pregnancy lasting about 15 months, the newborn calf will fall from a height of over 5 feet, a necessary drop to activate its lungs and awaken its respiratory system. Unlike most hoofed animals, giraffes do not sleep deeply. They only rest for short periods, usually no more than 30 minutes each day, because prolonged sleep would make them easy targets for predators. However, with their heightened sensitivity and broad perspective from an impressive height, giraffes can detect danger from afar. Typically, they move at a leisurely pace, but when necessary, giraffes can accelerate up to 37 miles per hour in short bursts. A kick from a giraffe can have enough power to leave an enemy stunned and disheartened. That is a clear example of their strength and adaptability in nature, as well as how each giraffe contributes to the vibrancy of the ecosystem. The hind legs of a giraffe are one of the most powerful defensive weapons in the world of herbivores, strong enough to seriously injure a lion. If you find moments like these fascinating, don't forget to like. There are still many wonderful things waiting for you ahead. In the arid regions of the Kwando and Kwadum National Park corridors, African wild dogs continue to thrive, demonstrating an astonishing reality. The Kaza region is estimated to play a significant role, supporting about 25% of the total population of wild dogs in Africa worldwide. They live in groups of 5 to 20 individuals, led by a superior breeding pair, the alpha male and the alpha female. Unlike many animal species that live in social structures where males often dominate in terms of migration, in wild dogs, it is the females that leave the pack where they were born upon reaching maturity. This not only helps prevent inbreeding, but also promotes genetic diversity within populations. The hunting behavior of African wild dogs is considered one of the most effective strategies in nature, with a success rate of up to 80%, which is significantly higher than that of lions, which only achieve a success rate of about 25 to 30%, according to data from the African Predator Research Initiative in 2024. They often hunt in the early morning or late afternoon, when the temperature is cool and the low light makes it easier to spot prey. Our main targets are medium-sized antelope species such as the impala red leopard. A distinctive anatomical feature of African wild dogs is that they have only 4 toes on each foot, instead of 5 like other dog species, an optimal adaptation for speed and endurance. They can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour and hunt with incredible coordination, forming a crescent shape to scatter schools of prey, then concentrating their efforts on a weaker or isolated individual. A single bite to the hind leg is often enough to stop the unfortunate prey. In just a few brief seconds, the pack of dogs surrounded it, tearing it apart piece by piece while skillfully avoiding collisions with one another. Without the roar of triumph, the African wild dogs eat quickly, quietly, and fairly. Each member of the pack, including the young ones and those that are injured, is given a share of the food. This is not just a hunt. It is the most distinct manifestation of discipline, speed, and unity qualities that make the African wild dog the most successful predator on the African savanna. In a harsh environment, where endless arid fields stretch out and desolate forests whisper in the hot winds of the southern Kavango-Zambezi region, this is where a large, intelligent creature asserts its presence. Every day, on the wild fields of Africa, the impressive sight of the chacma baboon emerges, the largest baboon species on the continent. With a face resembling that of a dog, a long snout, deep-set eyes, and sharp canine teeth that can grow up to 5 centimeters long, the chacma baboon exudes an air of authority and those sharp teeth are not only a means of self-defense, but also a symbol of power within their social system. Their bodies are covered with a layer of dark gray fur, while the baby monkeys stand out with their jet black fur and bright red faces, creating a striking contrast that is easily recognizable and instinctively protected by the entire group. The chacma baboon is widely distributed throughout southern Africa, from Namibia and Botswana to Mozambique and South Africa. They are a prime example of remarkable ecological adaptation, thriving in a variety of landscapes such as dry grasslands, open forests, rocky slopes, and even coastal desert areas. As long as there is a freshwater source nearby in Keza, they make full use of the connections from the Wando and Kayom-Gaman corridors, moving between different areas daily or seasonally, depending on the changes in food availability and temperature. The diet of this species reflects a highly adaptive instinct. They are omnivores, with a diverse diet that includes fruits, seeds, tubers, insects, and even small animals like eggs or During the dry season, baboons do not hesitate to dig in the ground to find tubers and roots, which provide essential energy and moisture. In addition to serving personal needs, this action also improves soil fertility, enhances water absorption, and stimulates the growth of surrounding plants through the consumption and dispersal of seeds. They also play a crucial role in forest restoration, especially in areas transitioning between savanna and open forest. The roar of the lion echoes throughout northeastern Namibia, a symphony of the African wilderness where wildlife thrives. The lion, a powerful symbol of strength and authority in the animal kingdom, continues to roam the Capri Strip, one of the last areas in southern Africa where lions maintain a stable population and significant density. An adult lion can weigh up to 250 kilograms and measure up to 8 feet in length. But what makes them captivating is not just their size, but also their unique social structure. Unlike solitary relatives like leopards, lions live in groups called prides, typically consisting of 5 to 20 individuals. In the group, the females with close relationships will take primary responsibility for hunting, while the males focusing on protecting their territory and offspring. The thick fur of the male lion is not just a symbol of male strength. It also serves as a shield in fierce battles for dominance. The hunting strategy of lions in the Capri region is a combination of group ambush tactics and skillful use of the terrain. The lionesses often spread out among the tall grass fields or dense bushes, waiting for herds of animals such as antelopes, zebras, wildebeests, or African buffalo to pass by. When the time was right, the group charged from multiple directions, cutting off the herd's escape route and targeting the weakest individuals in the group. The success rate of lions in hunting may not be as high as that of African wild dogs, but lions make up for this by taking down larger prey and sharing their meals, thanks to a strong social structure based on unity. The lion's entirely meat-based diet requires a large amount of food. An adult male lion can consume up to 88 pounds of meat in a single. Their tongues are covered with sharp, hook-like spines, allowing them to pull every last bit of flesh off the bones. Although lions can live daily without drinking water, they primarily rely on the moisture from their prey to maintain their health. Every meal is not just a source of energy, but also a vital lifeline. In the context of Capri, lions rarely migrate far. Instead, they typically move seasonally to be closer to herds of antelope, buffalo, or African elephants. In addition, their roaring can be heard up to 8 kilometers away. Lions are the only members of the cat family known for their ability to roar in harmony, creating a powerful territorial symphony as night falls. The roar echoes through the darkness of the night, not only as a declaration from the lions, but also as a call from the depths of the wild. In your opinion, what makes the lion worthy of being the king of the savannah? Comment right below to join Nature Moment in discovering the answers, because this journey still holds countless surprises for you. The entire herd participates in this symphony, from the dominant males to the tiny lion cubs, creating a communal signal that not only asserts territorial ownership, but also reinforces social bonds across a vast. Remember that strength and adaptability do not prevent lions from facing the risk of extinction. While they are apex predators, they are currently being pushed to the brink by habitat loss, conflicts with livestock farming, retaliatory killings, and illegal trafficking. The International Union for Conservation of Nature currently classifies lions as a vulnerable species, with estimates indicating that they have lost more than 40% of their wild population in just the past 3 decades. In Capri, where the lives of humans and wildlife intertwine at every edge of the forest and riverbank, a significant challenge is how to maintain harmony between the two worlds. Each element in the ecosystem plays a vital role, and the survival of the lion symbolizes the vitality of the ability for different species of wildlife to coexist is increasingly becoming a profound and persistent challenge. On the damp red soil of the Capri Strip, Herds of zebras tirelessly move through the bright green fields under the sunlight, shimmering in the thin dust stirred up by the early dry season breeze. The distinctive black and white stripes of them appear in patterns that are completely irregular. Each step takes them deeper into the heart of the corridor ecosystems, where geographical boundaries are merely temporary and life is a strong, unbreakable thread that connects everything. The plains zebra is one of the most adaptable grazing species in the Saharan region. They stand out for their ability to move flexibly between seasonal habitats in the Capri Strip, frequently migrating between the riverbank plains during the dry season and the inland grasslands during the rainy season, using corridors such as the Quando Corridor and the Cowand Corridor to navigate. Although they sometimes move alongside the blue giraffes, zebras are not closely tied to long-term migration cycles. Instead, they often have a semi-nomadic lifestyle, quickly responding to changes in local grass and water availability. Thanks to their non-selective digestive system, zebras can eat a wide variety of grasses, even tougher stems and leaves during the dry season, allowing the herd to maintain energy levels even when food becomes scarce. In the Capri region, where the landscape remains relatively connected and less fragmented, the plains zebra continues to play an important role both ecologically and economically. They are one of the most beloved species among tourists on safari trips and contribute significantly to community-based ecotourism programs. A method is being implemented in buffer zones such as the Capri Reserves in the southwestern corner of Kavango, Zambia. Hwange National Park is considered the last stronghold of many large animal species. The meaningful presence of the black rhinoceros reminds us of a resilient journey of survival, where each footprint imprinted on the cracked earth is the result of tireless conservation efforts and the strength to stand firm against extinction. Although it is called the black rhinoceros, this species is actually a dark grey that blends perfectly with the barren earth tones of the dry season. Compared to the white rhinoceros, they are smaller, with an average weight of an adult male around 1,350 kilograms and an adult female around 900 kilograms. Their upper lips are long and prehensile, serving as a biological tool that allows them to eat leaves, branches, and tree bark. In this urgent conservation context, the road ahead would be long, but the courage and adaptability of species like zebras and black rhinos offer hope for the future of these ecosystems. Please continue to contribute to the preservation and protection of these wild treasures. From the lush bushes, the black rhinoceros emerges as a symbol of the mysterious wilderness. What is particularly impressive about this species of rhinoceros is that they are not just monotonous herbivores, but truly masters of navigating through the canopies. Hwange National Park, with its sparse woodlands and bushy areas, has become an ideal habitat for the black rhinoceros as long as there is plenty of water and poachers stay away. Under the blazing sun of September, the artificial puddles in the park have become meeting spots for various wildlife populations. Not only does mud bathing help regulate body temperature, but it also creates a natural barrier against parasites. As the drought prolonged and food sources became increasingly scarce, the black rhinoceros began to move between the low grasslands and the arid forests in the north, searching for the last remaining bushes. Like the black rhinoceros, the wildebeest is also a symbol of resilience in the grasslands. Amid the harshness of the dry season, with water running low and the vegetation withering, the antelope still stands strong amidst the barren grasslands. In Range National Park, this species of antelope frequently visits areas with dense bushes and tall grass, where there is an abundant water supply. Although they do not migrate over long distances, they still move widely within their territory in search of food and water. Their diet mainly consists of grass, but when necessary, they do not hesitate to eat leaves. This is a flexible eating strategy that helps us maintain nutrition during times of scarcity. In the world of wildebeests, reproduction is not a race for quantity. It is a strategy deeply connected to quality. Each female typically gives birth to one offspring after a gestation period of about 9 months, usually timed at the end of the rainy season when vegetation is lush, ensuring a plentiful food supply for both mother and baby. Right after giving birth, the mother did not rush to lead her newborn back to the herd. Instead, the mother carefully hid the child in the thick bushes for the first few weeks of life. During this time, the mother continuously returned multiple times a day to nurture and protect her child, always alert to any signs of danger. This is the most vulnerable stage, when the young one is not yet strong enough to run fast or defend itself, and predators only need a slight opportunity to. In the moment when every movement seemed to be swallowed by darkness, a thin, muscular figure quietly slipped through the fields of dry grass. A journey of vitality and survival is still unfolding in this wild kingdom. In a moment filled with suspense, the African leopard was lurking, its bright yellow eyes fixed intently on a lone young antelope not far away. Almost invisible among nature, it is the embodiment of patience and deadly beauty. As a sophisticated predator, the African leopard has perfected the art of stealthy concealment. Officially regarded as the king without a crown of the African night, this leopard has the widest distribution among the big cat species on the continent. From the dense jungles in Central Africa to the arid savannas of southern Zimbabwe, they inhabit nearly every type of environment as long as there is sufficient shelter and prey. At Hang National Park, the largest conservation area in Zimbabwe with a seasonal dry ecosystem, leopards maintain a stable presence even though they are rarely seen. Estimates indicate that the average density ranges from 3.5 to 7 individuals per 100 square kilometers, depending on vegetation cover and the availability of prey. With excellent night vision, the leopard often conducts its hunts in the dark, quietly moving along narrow paths created by animals, keenly listening for changes in the wind and sounds to locate its prey. They have the ability to accelerate quickly, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, and their extraordinary strength allows them to take down prey that weigh. The leopard cat approached stealthily, launching a decisive attack from just a few meters away. Just one leap, one bite to the neck, and everything ends in the blink of an eye. After hunting, they often drag the prey up into the trees using their powerful jaws and strong front legs. Hiding prey among the branches is not only a way to protect it from being stolen by lions or hyenas. This also helps the leopard cat enjoy its meals without being disturbed for several days in a row. A pack of spotted hyenas followed the trail of the prey that had just been taken away. Their distinctive laughter rang out not with joy, but as a bold declaration of defiance. As the largest and most popular member of the hyena family, the spotted hyena possesses an impressive biological design. Their teeth have the ability to generate a biting force of up to 758.42 newtons per square centimeter, which is 40% stronger than that of the African leopard. They can chase their prey over a distance of up to 5 kilometers, thanks to a large heart that accounts for about 1% of their body weight, which is twice the average for large animals. This gives them excellent endurance for long chases across difficult terrain and in hot weather. Evolution has created these clever and powerful predators, and their survival journey continually draws us into the wild beauty of nature. Let's explore more about these fascinating secrets in the world of wildlife that we don't yet fully understand. The biological characteristics of the spotted hyena are shaped not only by its physical structure, but also by a complex social organization. They live in groups called clans, consisting of up to 80 individuals, led by dominant females. This is one of the few mammal species where females dominate socially, being not only larger but also stronger and better adapted than the males. Typically, when they reach reproductive age, male individuals will leave the clan, while females remain, reinforcing the hierarchical system within the clan over many generations. The sound is the language of the spotted hyena. It's not chaos, it's strategy. They have more than 12 distinct sounds, from a long whistle used to call clan members to a giggle used in moments of threat or excitement. Each sound serves a clear purpose. They do not just laugh to intimidate. These sounds help them coordinate, stay in touch, and survive in a harsh environment. In addition to their hunting abilities, spotted hyenas are also masters of the art of scavenging. They can consume decaying carcasses and thoroughly chew through teeth, horns, and bones, parts that few other species can have. The stomach, rich in acid, powerful digestive enzymes, and specially adapted gut bacteria, allows it to transform these indigestible parts into food. This biological advantage makes them essential for the ecosystem, helping to clean the environment and prevent the spread of disease. In the arid expanse of Makgadikgadi, the red hartebeest is not just an ordinary antelope. It is also a living symbol of African culture. With its lean physique and tireless stride, this creature exists in the folklore, dances and prayers of the San and Swana people, embodying strength, endurance, and the ability to overcome adversity. At the Makgadikgadi salt pans, one of the largest and harshest salt pans in the world, red hartebeests not only survive but also adapt in astonishing ways. Although the CASA 2024 report has not provided official population figures, recent ecological surveys have recorded a stable presence of this species around the grasslands of the salt pan, particularly in the southeastern part of the reserve. Unlike many herbivorous species that depend on water, the hartebeest has the ability to regulate its water needs, surviving for long periods without direct access to surface water, as long as it can extract moisture from fresh grasses. Their habit of consuming coarse, high-fiber grass and their indiscriminate feeding allows them to thrive in environments often overlooked by many other species. Impala or springbok. Their behavior not only helps minimize competition among species, but also plays a crucial role in determining the recovery rate of the plant community after a fire. The pink antelopes, often referred to as hartebeests, are usually the first to nibble on tender grass, facilitating the growth of this type of grass and subsequently paving the way for more selective herbivores to arrive later. The ability of the pink antelope to detect danger relies heavily on its sharp sense of smell and hearing, as its vision is relatively poor. As a result, they tend to be most active at dawn and dusk, when predators like lions or wild dogs are less likely to launch a direct attack. When a threat is detected, the entire herd typically reacts simultaneously, moving against the wind direction and maintaining a tight formation to protect the young ones at the center. The pink antelope is not only prey for top predators, but also an important target in the traditional hunting activities of some indigenous communities. Despite being protected in nuclear areas like Naxai Pan and Makgadikgadi, the population of pink antelopes in Makgadikgadi still faces threats from poor conservation, enforcement, and rampant grass harvesting in the buffer zones. Across the arid fields of Naipan, a cheetah emerged from the low grass like a sudden arrow of motion. Not a single roar, just the deadly silence of superior speed. The cheetah, scientifically known as Acinonyx jubatus, is the only species in this genus distinguished by its unique physical characteristics, such as an extremely flexible spine, long legs, and a deep chest. Particularly notable are its semi-retractable claws, which enhance grip for explosive sprints. Under ideal conditions, an adult cheetah can reach a maximum speed of up to 70 miles per hour, accelerating from 0 to 45 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, making it the fastest land animal on Earth. Their light golden fur, evenly distributed with black spots, helps the cheetah blend harmoniously into the dry savanna environment. The distinctive black markings, extending from the corners of the eyes down to the mouth, help reduce glare from sunlight and enhance focus, allowing them to track prey accurately from a distance. Cheetahs primarily rely on their eyesight to identify targets, often medium-sized antelopes such as impalas or springboks, which tend to wander alone during the dry season and gather near the few remaining water sources. An adult cheetah consumes an average of 2.5 to 4 kilograms of meat each day and must hunt frequently to maintain its energy, as its body contains very little fat for storage. However, it is precisely because its body is designed for running faster rather than Imagine you are a researcher observing a herd of deer at sunset. You hear the sound of the wind blowing, but your focus is not distracted by the scent of fresh grass or the footsteps of nearby predators. What will you do? These animals are truly mysterious, and they not only exist but also survive amidst the dead. Understanding how they cope and survive is the key to preserving these species in the future. The incredible strength of the cheetah, despite its speed, often chooses to avoid direct confrontation with larger predators like hyenas. They often eat quickly to reduce the risk of losing their prey. According to the latest survey in 2024 from the Cheetah Conservation Fund, the Anasai Pan area and the edges of Mornai Reserve are currently supporting approximately 23 to 27 adult individuals, forming a relatively stable population in the dry season migration corridor of Salenda Spillway. This cheetah group plays a crucial role in connecting the cheetah populations in the Okavango Delta and the Chobe region, helping to preserve genetic diversity and stabilize the population amid the increasing loss of heavy clouds drift across the northeastern sky of Namibia. The ground trembles under the weight of a creature that is both revered and cautiously respected, the African buffalo. As the soul of the Capri Reserve and a symbol of the untamed strength that has never succumbed in the protected wilderness of Kaza, the herds of wild buffalo move silently like ghostly trains, cutting across the seasonally flooded fields where sunlight bathes the knee-high grass. Each adult buffalo can weigh up to 870 pounds and stand nearly 5 feet 7 inches tall at the shoulder, with a muscular build and sturdy frame, giving them the appearance of living fortresses. The thick and wide crescent-shaped antlers are firmly attached at the base, forming a sturdy protective layer of bone known as a boss. This is a characteristic feature of one of the most formidable herbivores on Capri. As of 2024, more than 4,200 buffalo have been recorded in grasslands, wetlands, and river corridors within community-managed reserves. Unlike strictly protected areas, buffer zones like Capri allow for controlled human presence, creating a balanced model in which buffalo become a prime example of coexistence between humans and wildlife. This species of buffalo does not migrate over long distances like antelopes, but they often change their habitat seasonally in search of moisture, fresh grass growth, and reliable water sources. Because buffalo need to drink water daily, they rarely stray far from rivers or wetlands for more than one day. As the dry season tightens its grip, large herds gather around permanent waterholes, forming groups of hundreds, even exceeding 1,000 individuals, turning the ground into a vibrant, living lawnmower, flattening tall grass and clearing a path for more selective grazers like impalers and reedbacks. One of the lesser-known yet important habits of the buffalo. Let's explore the wonders of this wild nature, where life unfolds dramatically and always holds surprises. Can we maintain this balance and protect those marvelous creatures in the modern world? Let's find the answer together. The survival strategy of the buffalo is truly impressive, especially their habit of the layer of mud covering the skin not only helps maintain a stable body temperature, but also acts as a natural barrier against parasites and soothes minor wounds. This is a simple yet incredibly effective form of self-care in the wild. When it comes to scavenging animals, one cannot overlook the turkey vulture, the largest species of vulture in Africa. With a wingspan of up to 9 feet 6 inches, it has the ability to glide for hours without flapping its wings, thanks to the warm air currents over the cracked grasslands under the sunlight. The turkey vulture has a body length ranging from 78 to 115 centimeters and can weigh up to 9 kilograms. It has a robust body well suited for the rare task that few other species can perform: approaching and consuming the carcasses of large animals, even when other scavengers have given up due to the thick skin and tough mud. As they approach the corpse, species such as the white-backed vulture or the hooded vulture often have to give way to a bird strong enough to tear apart the muscles in a way that their small beaks. Certainly, the thick, curved, and sturdy beak of the vulture allows it to tear deeply into skin, tendons, and even cartilage. This is a brutal yet extremely important task in the recycling process of the ecosystem. With its smooth pink head marked by characteristic loose skin folds, the turkey vulture is not only a scavenger, but also a vital component that helps maintain a balanced and clean ecosystem. Each journey of these animals holds significance not only in the wild, but also for humanity. Let us reflect on and protect these rich ecosystems, where vibrant life and the delicate interactions of species create a perfect web of survival in nature. Known as a lapid-faced vulture, this bird not only plays a role in regulating its body temperature in arid environments, but also protects its neck during fierce battles over carcasses. However, unlike many other scavenger bird species, the lapid-faced vulture has a poorly developed sense of smell. They rely almost entirely on their extremely keen eyesight to detect animal carcasses, using a natural aerial monitoring system that allows them to spot a dead animal from several miles away, often by observing the movements of other vultures gathering below. Although playing a crucial role in the decomposition of corpses, the population of the lapid-faced vulture is declining sharply in Africa. The main causes include poisoning from pesticides, toxic baits, habitat loss, and most seriously, the illegal hunting of vultures for their body parts used in traditional practices. Not only the peat-faced vulture, but from October 2023 to February 2024, 56 poached African elephant carcasses were discovered in northern Botswana. However, experts believe that this figure only represents a small fraction of the reality, raising serious concerns that this area is becoming a new hotspot for. A recent technical assessment has also highlighted a significant gap in monitoring across the Gaza region, which spans more than 500,000 kilometers. There are only 7 locations currently under the program monitoring the status of illegal elephant hunting. Among them, 4 locations have only started operating since 2018. The monitoring system is still very limited and lacks resources, while the survival of African elephants is becoming increasingly fragile. Although Hinds National Park still has a small number of black rhinos, primarily concentrated in the Siniatella area, their population has dramatically decreased from around 90 individuals in the 1990s to fewer than 10 individuals. Although Zimbabwe has implemented strict monitoring measures at the cave, including armed patrols and surveillance technology, the threat continues to escalate. Therefore, rhino horns made of keratin continue to be hunted, with a value reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars in the black market. The journey of survival for the black rhinoceros in Hanga National Park is not over yet. Within the framework of CASA, conservation initiatives among countries are beginning to attract attention, focusing on protecting migration corridors, relocating vulnerable individuals, and reintroducing them into more strict. These are specific and decisive steps, strong enough to preserve the lives of the creatures that have coexisted with African elephants, lions, and antelopes for thousands of years. In Zambia, regarded as a crucial transit point in illegal trade, the scene of conservation is gradually emerging with many new. With the collaboration of the OBCP organization, the National Park Service, and wildlife conservation, enforcement campaigns based on 7 years of collected information have been vigorously implemented in the fight against rhino horn trafficking. These efforts have resulted in the arrest of 36 smugglers in the area, 14 government officials, and 1 international figure directly involved in the black rhino horn trafficking network. Although these numbers may not be as shocking as major news, they convey a clear message. The system is gradually resisting effectively. CASA reminds us that to protect nature, we need to break down the barriers between nations, communities, and ourselves and the wilderness. If you have the chance to visit CASA, would you choose to drift along the waters of the Okavango in Mokoro, watch the birds at dawn, or track the footprints of a herd of elephants moving through the area? If you have ever had the chance to sit quietly in a Mokoro gliding gently across the calm waters of the Okavango Delta, or immerse yourself in the simple life at Kazuma Camp with the local people, feel free to share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Who knows, that very authentic experience might inspire someone to embark on a journey of exploration or ignite a passion for protecting nature in a soul that is in need of motivation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because there are still countless wonderful moments ahead that Nature Moment wants to share with you. Every time nature calls out, it is an opportunity for us to reflect on ourselves and to realize that we are not separate from the wild world, but an inseparable part of it. Nature does not need us, but we cannot live without nature.